Greetings, beautiful Earthlings. Greetings and welcome back. Welcome to Tarot Time. I'm Kimber Heels, and today we have an intuitive crystal 3-card read for you guys today. The 3 cards that we're going to be using your intuition to pull from are card number 1, represented by the selenite sphere. Card number 2, represented by blue kyanite. And card number 3 will be represented by the peach selenite. And the deck that we're going from today is the Sacred Geometry Activations. So everybody, go ahead and take a nice deep breath. Clear your mind and decide which of these cards is calling to you today. Card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3. Clear your mind and choose a card. It must be said before we go forward with this read that this session, just like all of my sessions, is cleansed, sealed, protected, and shielded by the highest power that is available in this universe, which is unconditional love. And we are all cloaked in healing white light. So this is a blessed read, and only good, positive intentions can come from this session and whichever messages come through. We'll be channeling all of the archangels, but especially Archangel Michael, Raphael, and Metatron today. So these are our cards. For those of you who chose card number 1, you've chosen the card of emergence. So you're going to be stepping out of the shadows this week, card number 1 choosers. For those of you who chose card number 2, you've chosen romantic love. That card's pretty self-explanatory. For those of you who chose card number 3, this is thematic. It always is. Heart chakra. So let's get right into it. Those of you who chose card number 1, you've chosen the card of emergence. What I'm getting for those of you who chose card number 1 is that it's time for you to shine, and it's time for you to allow your true colors to come through. What I'm getting is that you have secret talents, card number 1 choosers, that a lot of people in your current circle are not even aware of. See if I can get this to stand up for you guys so you can get a nice look at emergence. So if it's been going through your head, should I or shouldn't I bring this message through? Should I or shouldn't I share my gift? This is a big yes for those of you who chose card number 1. It is time for you to emerge. It's time for you to step out of the shadows. You have a gift that you're going to be able to bring to your community, and we would love for you to stop hiding your gifts away. So for card number 1 choosers, it's time for you to emerge. For those of you who chose card number 2, represented by the blue kyanite, you've chosen romantic love. So this is a phase for you right now that basically is opening up an opportunity for you to let your guards down in romantic love. So for those of you who are already in some type of a relationship, it's time for you to turn your focus toward nurturing that relationship. And for those of you who are not currently in a romantic relationship, it's time for you to start opening up your receptivity to allowing a romantic partner into your life. So if this is something that you struggle with, or something that, you're a very independent type individual, I know how that is. But the indication for those of you who chose card number 2 is that you really have a lot going on as far as making connections with people who have a lot in common with you in a romantic sense. And I'm really hoping that these cards not standing up are not taking away from anybody's message. But romantic love, for those of you who chose card number 2, it's time for you to stop resisting and just give it a try. Go on that first date, or if you are married or in a long-term relationship, start sort of like rekindling those like little fires, like going on date nights and stuff like that. For those of you who chose card number 2. Now, for those of you who chose the peach selenite, card number 3, you've chosen heart chakra. So the heart chakra, it can speak to romantic love, but really this more speaks to just opening your heart in general, right? So everybody, for those of you who chose card number 3, it's time for you to start nurturing the unconditional universal love that we are all incarnated with. Like right now, there's a lot of, I've been actually saying this for like a year or so, there's a lot of division right now. There are a lot of like dualities out there. And a lot of the fallout from something like this is that the collective heart chakra starts to close off. And we start to kind of identify like an us versus them, or like the danger of the other type scenario. So for those of you who chose card number 3, you would be encouraged to really open up your heart to accepting people of all kinds, people who make decisions that might not necessarily align with yours, but just remembering the big picture that we are actually all one and that separation is an illusion. And a lot of times when we are triggered by decisions that we don't agree with, for example, that can actually close off the energy vortex near your heart. And a lot of times we can get like injuries like heartburn, or actually like pulled muscles in this area, for example, chest pains, stuff like that, heart attacks in really extreme situations. So, card number 3 choosers, it is time for you to forgive, to nurture the heart chakra, and to accept every living human being and earthling as one of your own brothers or sisters. And that's what we have for those of you who chose card number 3. And I would like to thank you all for coming to Tarot Time. It's very nice to be back with you guys, and I hope that you got the messages that you needed. I hope you're having a beautiful week, and I look very much forward to reading for you guys very soon in the future. Have a beautiful day.